Today, life in the House of Jackson is back to normal. At least as normal as life in the House of Jackson can get. A judge has restored Michael Jackson's mother, Katherine, to her status as guardian of Michael's 3 kids.
She's actually going to be sharing custody with their cousin, TJ Jackson.
Katherine's guardianship was temporarily stripped away last week after a bizarre incident where she mysteriously disappeared from the home she shares with Michael's kids and turned up at a resort in Arizona, an impromptu trip apparently planned by 4 of her children.
There are rumors going around about me that I've been kidnapped and held against my will.
Katherine appeared on ABC last week, 10 days into her so-called disappearance. With her stern-faced children looking on, Katherine read a prepared statement denying she'd been kidnapped.
My children would never do a thing like that, holding me against my will. It's very stupid for people to think that.
But today, Katherine Jackson is altering her tune. In an explosive change, she is now claiming she was duped into leaving her grandchildren and was cut off from the outside world in Arizona. And while Katherine doesn't name any names, it's clear 4 of her famous children are being blamed.
It was Jermaine, Janet, Randy, and Rebby. Those 4 children were the ones who were controlling her. And this is really scary that these kids were able to do this to their mom.
Showbiz Tonight has obtained this sworn declaration Katherine Jackson filed as part of her attempt to restore her guardianship of Michael's kids. In it, she says she had originally planned to travel to New Mexico on July 15th to see her boys perform at a concert there. But instead of going to New Mexico, Katherine says she was advised to fly from California to Arizona on what she thought were doctor's orders. Once there, Katherine says she was taken to that resort in Tucson and quickly isolated.
When she got to the spa, her cell phone was taken away and her iPad was taken away. She was given a room where the telephone did not work, and then she said the television didn't work either.
That's a big contradiction from what she told ABC during her Arizona stay.
I just gave up my phone. I didn't want to have any phone calls. And while I was here...
Meanwhile, back in California, Michael's kids had no idea where their grandmother was. 14-year-old Paris tweeted that her grandmother was missing.
She's doing well, but we have not spoken with her. We have not talked with her. And I don't know where my mother... I don't know where my mother is.
3 of Katherine's sons apparently weren't in on their siblings' plans for their mother. They talked to The Insider.
Whatever doctor said I can't talk to my mother, you call me. I'm finished. I'm sorry.
It just so happens the 4 Jacksons who were in on their mom's Arizona stay had joined an effort to overthrow the overseers of Michael Jackson's $1 billion fortune, most of which Michael left to his mother and his kids. Michael's siblings got nothing.
This seemed like it was all part of a larger plan of the 4 kids to get their hands on Michael's fortune.
The whole thing ended when Katherine managed to overhear a television.
She heard a report that she was missing. She said she had no idea that people were worried about her.
Katherine quickly returned to California and put the wheels in motion to share guardianship of Michael's kids with her adult grandson, TJ. As for the 4 Jacksons who planned her Arizona stay, they were promptly banned from Katherine's home in California.
This is the last thing that Michael wanted to happen in his family, and the fact that his siblings are doing this to his mother and to his children is just really frightening for that family.